Around 77 defense personnel are stationed in Maldives. Now, the new president of Maldives has asked India to vacate our personnel immediately. It is in fact to send a message that because China never recognizes Arunachal Pradesh. So, to send a stern message, no, if you are going to pro-China, yes, we are sending someone from Arunachal Pradesh. We should not put all eggs in a single basket. In case if the basket falls, all eggs gone. That is what has happened in Maldives. 2018 onwards, what we have done is, hi everyone, welcome all. What is happening in Maldives? Maldives has recently asked India's defense personnel who are stationed there and helping out Maldives, they have asked to vacate them immediately. Around 77 defense personnel are stationed in Maldives. Now, the new president of Maldives has asked India to vacate our personnel immediately. Why? Maldives is a very close ally since long. From 1978 till 2008, Mr. Abdul Gayoom was the president of Maldives. He was very close to India. Now, many say he was a dictator and all. However, also there are people who support him say he was the one who developed so much of tourism and all in Maldives. However, yes, the elections were not held properly. Finally, one person by name Mohammed Nasheed, he formed one party, and his party is Maldives Democratic Party. Finally, in 2008, he won the presidential election, but Mohammed Nasheed also was a very close ally of India. Later, somewhere in 2011-12, there was a political coup, governments changed. Finally, in 2013, one Mr. Yamin, he became the president of Maldives. He went out and became a big ally of China. So, he was the one who took Maldives towards the Chinese side. Now, why Chinese want Maldives? Maldives is in a crucial position in the Indian Ocean. We all know, for many Indians, Maldives is a very easy honeymoon spot. Instead of going to Mauritius, St. Kitts, Louis and all, no, this is very near, and it is in the western side of Sri Lanka and below our Lakshadweep island, very close to us, geographically and also politically. So, Mr. Yamin actually wooed China. Why China was interested is because of the crucial location in the geopolitics. If you see, it connects east and west. The cargo movement of the ships go through that area. Another thing, now China doesn't have access, because of its geographical positioning, it doesn't have access to the Indian Ocean. Now, from here, they can have the trade with Africa, with the Middle East countries, and also most important, yes, in case if there is a war or something between India and China, yes, that can become a point for them to attack the southern part of our country. So, they started investing heavily in Maldives. So, 2013 to 2018, in fact, Maldives was pro-China. The government was pro-China. India was not given importance at all. Somewhere at the end of his tenure, Mr. Yamin asked the defense personnel, India's defense personnel who was stationed there, to vacate. So, India was not listening actually. So, India was hesitating. By that time, election came, and in election he lost and won Mr. Ibrahim Soli. Now, he won the election. He belongs to the Maldives Democratic Party, which was started by, yes, Mohammed Nasheed, who was an India supporter from 2008. So, his party's candidate was Mr. Ibrahim Soli. He won the election. And within few months, Mr. Yamin was sent to prison on some charges, some corruption and all. So, Mr. Yamin thought, no, India's hand is there in sending him to prison. So, there was so much anger against India, and recently in 2023, because Maldives presidential election, 5 years tenure each president will get. So, in 2023 election, he could not contest the election because as per the Maldives constitution, actually he was already a convicted one. So, he cannot compete. So, on his behalf, the mayor of Maldives was representing Mr. Yamin. The mayor was Mr. Mohammed Muizu. So during the campaign itself, it was India out was the main thing of the Mr. Yamin's party, or rather Mr. Mohammed Muizu's party. So they were telling, no, India is doing all these things, and they were all cornering India just because of the reason. Some internally also within our country, there were some like Ms. Nupur Sharma, her statements. So that and all, it seems, went and made some negative image about our country. Afterwards, yes, elections came. In fact, last year itself in 2022, we were on behalf of our embassy in Yoga Day celebration. So we were conducting on Yoga Day celebration, and a mob came and attacked people who were doing yoga. So basically it was an anger against India. So throughout they were telling India out, we'll send them back, we'll send the defense personnel back, all these things. And they even compared Maldives with Sikkim. Because Sikkim, yes, once upon a time it was an independent country. Later they joined with us somewhere in 1970s. So Maldives also will become like Sikkim. So that was the thing they were telling, even though we have helped them a lot. See, India has been a continuous supporter of Maldives since long. 2004 when tsunami struck, Indian Navy went there to help them. Earlier there was some political coup, I think somewhere in 1988 or something, I'm not sure about the year. Yes, at that time India went and helped. Even during this COVID time, yes, once our country wanted to give vaccines to other countries, Maldives was the first priority for us. We sent them there. However, because of maybe, as I told you, some statements made inside our country had a reaction there. So anti-India sentiment started. Then elections held. Yes, Mr. Mohammed Muizu, he won the election. So all thought anyhow, see, once they win, automatically they'll come to reality, because India is a neighbor unlike China. So India is a very close neighbor geographically also. So, and moreover, we have also invested a lot. From 2018 to 2023, our country has also invested a lot in the infrastructure part under Mr. Ibrahim Soli. So they won't send us out. However, in the presidential swearing-in ceremony, we all thought that yes, our Prime Minister will be asked to come. But they deliberately, as per protocol, the President-elect should individually call and request. So that happened in 2018. In 2018, our Prime Minister, Mr. Ibrahim Soli, when he was swearing in as the President, our Prime Minister went there. He was the only national head. All other countries may be external affairs ministers, whereas he was invited personally. So he attended. So now 2023, we all expected, but Mr. Mohammed Muizu didn't invite personally. It was just one invitation to the country. So basically meaning you don't need to come. So finally, yes, maybe external affairs minister will be sent. That's what thought, but who was chosen was our earth science minister, Mr. Jijiju. Now Mr. Jijiju, why we sent? Because he is from Arunachal Pradesh. So Mr. Jijiju is not in external affairs ministry. However, he was from Arunachal Pradesh. It is in fact to send a message that because China never recognizes Arunachal Pradesh. So to send a stern message, no, if you are going to pro-China, yes, we are sending someone from Arunachal Pradesh. So yes, he was sent. So in the swearing-in ceremony itself, after swearing in, the new president told in the press conference, we want India's military personnel to be out. And after that, yes, he held a meeting with Mr. Rijiju, and he told that, yes, later a press statement came, he has formally told our Indian minister that immediately these 77 personnel have to leave the country. Now, what is going to happen? Whether China's, but as per his statement, no, Chinese will not come. We are a small country, we don't want to enter into geopolitics. That is what his statement says. However, he has started establishing very close relationship with Saudi Arabia, and they also say China can also use Pakistan, where Pakistan's presence will also be there, because Pakistan's embassy staff or their ambassador always used to be a retired Navy commander. retired Navy, whatever, the senior most person who was sent as the ambassador. Because of that, they wanted to have a naval relationship with Maldives because of the crucial position. So maybe Pakistan will start having a bigger role in Maldives, and of course the Middle East countries. And as of now, yes, India out as one, and yes, we have to bring back, because we cannot forcefully stay there, even though we were supporting, our military personnel were supporting them, but their allegation is they were supposed to come and train our staff and leave, but they are not leaving. Actually, some 2 aircrafts are there, so for maintenance and all those things. However, they are telling no, you vacate. Now, what is the learning from this? I feel our external affairs minister or our external affairs ministry could have dealt it in a better manner. Why I am telling you this is, see, we should not put all eggs in a single basket. In case if the basket falls, all eggs gone. That is what has happened in Maldives. 2018 onwards, what we have done is, we have neglected the opposition party. See, a good diplomat should always engage both the ruling party as well as opposition parties of the other country, because we cannot interfere in their internal politics. But whoever comes to power, we can have a positive relation. That's why if you see, whenever US president comes or other dignitaries come, they see our prime minister and the ministers, and also they have a meeting with the opposition leader, so that even if the government changes, there is a continuity in the relationship. What India has done is a blunder. We totally neglected the opposition party. Now the opposition party has come to power and India out has happened. Even within the ruling party, what happened is, Mr. Ibrahim Soli is, I already told you, Maldives Democratic Party nominee. Now who founded it? It was founded by Mohammed Nasheed. He was also from Maldives Democratic Party, a long-term friend of India. But however, we forgot him. Later, there was a tussle between Ibrahim Soli and Mohammed Nasheed, because both were from the same party. In their primaries, Ibrahim Soli won, because in the presidential election, first within their party, they contest against each other. Whoever the winner will contest with the opposition party. So within their own party, he was sidelined. So he felt dejected. Now problem is, India could have, if we had continued relationship with them, we could have convinced him, so that his supporters' votes also went to our Ibrahim Soli, who is a supporter of India. However, yes, I think we couldn't convince him. Finally, his supporters voted for Mohammed Muizzu. So Mohammed Muizzu won comfortably, 54%. Yes, his party, and he has become the president. So our blunder is, we have invested everything in a single party, or rather we have put all eggs in a single basket. So that is a failure of diplomacy, is what I feel. So hope at least now we do some damage control and bring back Maldives into our friendship, so that, because it's in a crucial location, as I already told. If you have any doubts in this, please leave it in your comments. I'll clarify. We'll keep meeting through this channel. Thank you from Israel Jebasingh.